Activity 5. This activity is also split into two parts. We're going to use the knowledge of if-else statements to complete the activities. As always, we will press run after completing each part to check for errors. So starting with activity 5.1. After the player guesses a letter, and we have checked whether the letter appears in the word, we need to check if the entire word has been guessed. If the entire word has been correctly identified, we should let the computer know that the player has won the game. Use an if statement to change the value of the one variable only if the number of letters correctly guessed equals the number of letters in the word to guess. So let's take a look. The hint is to use an if statement using the variables letters revealed and number of letters and use the equality symbol. Okay, so let's take a look. If letters revealed is equal to number of letters, then we will set the variable 1 to equal true. Sounds good to me. Let's run it and make sure that we haven't broken anything. Everything looks the same. That's great. So I'm going to stop it there. Let's go take a look at activity 5.2. At the end of the game, we should let the player know if they have won or lost the game. If the player has won the game, print out to the console, you won. Else, tell the player that they lost and print out the correct answer. For example, if the player could not guess the correct answer hello, print out you lost. The answer was hello. Okay, 5.2, let's go find that in our code. Here it is. We can use an if-else statement and use the variable 1. If it's correct, the correct answer is stored in the word to guess variable, so make sure to use that. Okay, here we go. So if the variable 1 is equal to true, we can write this as this, or we can just say if 1, since 1 has the value of true. We will keep it like this for simplicity. Then we can print out you won. So console.writeLine, you won, exclamation point. Remember that semicolon. Else, then we're going to print out, so console.writeLine, you lost. The answer was, and then we need to use our concatenation operator, and we're going to use word to guess, and then we will finish it off with that end quotation and that period. Sounds good. Let's make sure that this runs with no issues. Awesome, everything looks great. Let's check out how we can test this. So to test both parts of the activity, we are going to set the word bank to contain only one two-letter word. And we can take a look at activity 2 if we forget how to do this. Then we'll press run and correctly guess the word when playing the game. And make sure that you won is printed out. Then we'll run again and check that you lost is printing out when we lose the game. So let's go take a look at the code and see what we did in activity 2. So right here, if we remember correctly, we're setting this array of strings equal to different words that we can possibly guess during the game. So I'm going to comment out this entire array and just change it so it holds one word, so that way we know which word we'll be guessing. I'm going to do a 2-letter word. I think I will have me as my 2-letter word, remembering that semicolon. And then we're going to go and first test it with the winning case. So we're going to press run again. Everything compiles. We're going to test it with 2 letters. So we're going to do M for the first letter, E for the second letter, and then we have to run down those 5 lives. So I'm just going to go through the alphabet. Okay, so it says you won, which is great. That means that part worked. Now let's try it when we lose. So we're going to run it again. And once again, we just have to run down those lives as long as I don't have the letters M and E. So A, cool, B, C, D, E. Okay, we lost. The answer was me. Perfect. So that means our code is working correctly.